Hello everybody, this is Elliot from ETJ English, and today we're talking about probably one of the most important parts of pronunciation. Oh, actually probably one of the most important parts of English in general, intonation. Let's do it. Your intonation is just as important as the words you choose. This is something I have read in many books about phonetics, linguistics. Yes, vocabulary is important. Yes, grammar is important. Yes, vowel sounds and consonant sounds are important, but intonation is the heart and the soul of all of this. And we all want it. All of my students, one of the first things they want is a better intonation. And yes, there are rules, there are things you can learn about intonation. You can definitely learn the techniques and tips of what natives do, but it's very, very particular and things can change and things can be very specific, but also very non-specific at the same time. It's such a complex topic and we all want it. Why? Because we are human. You, my students, are human. And humans always want the thing which is the most difficult to get. And that's the truth. There are lots of things I want in life which are very, very difficult. I could easily have something else, but I want the thing which is more difficult. And I'm sure you are the same. Anyway, I'm going to give you just a few useful tips for improving your intonation. Some things which you can do to make your intonation better. Now, of course, the first thing I need to mention is you need to learn the rules. You do need to know the reasons why we use particular tones and understand the names of different tones, just so you know how it works. And of course, you need some stress and rhythm. These are all things you could learn in my pronunciation course or from an English teacher. The link to my pronunciation course is in the description box below. But it's not just that. You can learn rules, but there's only a certain distance that the rules can go. Which leads me on to point number one. I want you to imagine intonation is a bit like a song, right? Imagine you're driving in your car and you do this every morning on the way to work. And every time you're driving into work, the same song seems to come on the radio. It's a very popular song at the moment. Everybody loves it. It's really, really popular. Maybe you like the song, maybe you don't like the song. No matter what, you're hearing it every time you go into work because the radio keeps playing it. And then you find maybe after a few days of hearing this song, you've started singing it to yourself. You start hearing it in your head because you're around it so much. A good way to describe this in a native expression would to say that you have the song stuck in your head. Okay, a great expression there. And this can happen with intonation if you do the right things. So the reason why the song is stuck in your head is because you're hearing it all the time and your brain naturally just wants to replay it. And that's what intonation is. If you are listening to the accent a lot, you're hearing the tone, the way that people sing the song of English, naturally you're going to want to do it yourself. Now, again, because it's such a difficult topic, I can't just say, imagine English is a song, hey, now you have good intonation. That's not how it's going to work. There are lots of other things you need to do as well. Number two, I want you to understand that intonation is also your personality. Okay? My intonation is very different to my sister's intonation. My intonation is very different to my girlfriend's intonation, or my dad's intonation, anyone's intonation. The reason why is because I have my own personality. So, lots of people say that imitation technique is perfect. It's the best way to improve pronunciation or intonation. Yes, it's fantastic, but do you want to sound like an actor or an actress? No. Imagine the only person you've been listening to is Princess Diana. And you really want to sound like Princess Diana. She did have a fantastic pronunciation, a great intonation. But then imagine, you're trying to copy Princess Diana, but you are a 50-year-old man with a very deep voice. Yes, imitate people, imitate the way that they go up and down, but remember, you're not trying to be someone, you're just trying to copy the techniques they use. So instead of thinking how they say this, or how they sing the song, if you like, instead think about the technical side of it. Are they going up at the end of a sentence? By the way, we do that to show we have more to say. Say. Or are they going down at the end of a sentence? We do that to show that we've finished speaking. Think about those technical things. Once you know the rules, you can analyze the way people speak. Be yourself. Use your own tones. And this leads me on to my next point. Point number 3, be playful. Have fun. Okay? The more fun you have with intonation, the more you're going to be, again, yourself. For lots of people, the most uncomfortable part of learning intonation is the fact that British people go up when they speak quite a lot. You know, in the middle of our speech, we might go up. Particularly my Chinese and Russian students find this very difficult. They find it very, very difficult to go up. The reason why is because lots of people are used to always going down. Every time they speak, they have to go down and there is no tone in their voice. But when you listen to British people, we're stressing words to show that they are important. We're using our tone as a tool to make ourselves heard, to make ourselves sound interesting and to make people want to listen to us. Be playful, go up, go down, experiment with different things, and remember to mostly play with your intonation around the stressed words, the words which are important in your sentence. Give them some intonation, give them a bit of up-down tone. Instead of saying, it's really good, say, it's really good. Good, okay? An up-down tone is a fantastic way of showing emotion. Some other really useful things, just some really important words. I mention this in a lot of my videos, and it's kind of becoming a meme now. It's the word patience. But this word is just as important, and this word is repetition, repetition, repetition. You need to be repeating lots, repeating the tones, the waves, the sounds that we make. And you can do this, like I said, through imitation, and you can also do this from learning the rules. So on one hand, you have patience, right? You need to take your time, understand that intonation in particular, not just pronunciation, but intonation takes a very, very long time. So you have the patience. If you also have that repetition and you push them together, patience and repetition, sorry about my blisters, I've been going to the gym. If you have that patience and that repetition and you're using them together, you are on to a winner. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Every day, do some training. Imagine it's singing practice, okay? And finally, step out of your comfort zone. If you go up to a native and you start using some different tones which you're not familiar with, it might feel uncomfortable because you are so used to maybe always using a falling tone. But remember, that's not normal to us. So you're learning something new which is normal for us. So using the thing which is normal for us isn't going to sound bad, it's going to sound good. It just might feel uncomfortable for you in the beginning. You can learn everything about intonation and, I guess, speed the process up by learning with me on my pronunciation course. I also give feedback on WhatsApp with voice messaging and WeChat, only for members who join my course. Okay, it's only available for people who join the course. You can join my course by clicking the link in the description box below. If not, I will see you next time in my next YouTube video. Cheers, guys. Bye.